This video is about the Georgia Guidestones and Cern. Now, these two subjects have been very popular recently in, I guess you can say, common culture. On July the 5th and July 6th, there were two separate events that kind of coincided. So we are going to start off with the Georgia Guidestones vandalism. So on July 6th at 3:33 a.m. in Elberton, Georgia, which is located in 30635 zip code. So spirit guides, holy angels, and ancestors gather around because we're going down to Georgia tonight. Now, these guidestones have been there for quite a while. They actually have been there since 19... What does it say? I didn't write that date down. But they've been there for quite a while, since the 70s actually, and they were financed by a guy named R.C. Kristen. And he was like an anonymous guy, and the company who built them, everybody agreed to keep it anonymous. And they're located in Elberton, Georgia, which is located in 30635 zip code. And there are 10 different principles written on the guidestones, which are actually 19 feet tall, and there are 4 slabs of granite. Very hard. They were trying to duplicate the thing like in Stonehenge, you know, make some big indestructible thing. But it actually gets vandalized all the time. They spray paint it and stuff, and people come clean it off. So they have a history of people, you know, not liking them, or I guess you can say being bothered by them. All right, now I like to start with 4 or more, but it doesn't seem like they like this deck, so we're going to switch over to the new deck, to Edgar Allan Poe deck. And back to the story. So, down in Georgia, at 3:33 a.m. on July the 6th, there was an explosive device that went off and damaged them pretty good, knocked one of the slabs down. And, you know, of course, they came and carried this debris away. But the question is, who actually did it and why? So, spirits, take us to 1031 Guide. Oh, I see no. All right, take us to 1031 Guidestones Road. And I want to be there. If the device went off at 3:33 a.m., let's be there at midnight. And so we're there. It's just past July the 5th, so now we are on to July the 6th at midnight. I want to be between midnight and 3:33 a.m. That's 2. We just need 2 more. I want to be there at 3:33 a.m. in the zip code of 30635, which is in Elberton, Georgia, and the actual physical address of the stones is 1031 Guidestones Road. All right, we just need 1 more. And we're trying to find out who, okay, well, now we have them. We're trying to find out who actually did the vandalism and why. And the principles, like, you can go read them in your own time if you want. They're just, some people say it's population control, or, you know, the elite making plans and all of that. All right, so the first card that came out is the King of Cups. So this is definitely giving me, you can see what he have in his hand there. See that bone? So, you know, that secret organizations of Skull and Bones? You know, it's like are those all men? Oh, it looks like all men. So this is, yeah, a group of people like the Skull and Bones people. All right, so we're going to clarify that, of course. So we have a secret organization, or a not so secret organization, because everybody knows about it. All right. And the second card that came out was the 10 of Wands. Have a look at it. Immediately, this is like the sinking ship thing. Actually, they were trying to, whoever did it, they was actually trying to get rid of it. See how they have thrown him overboard? Now, the way the story goes is, They were barely had enough room to get everybody on the boat, and he wanted to bring his dead wife along, and they're like, "No, you can't get on the boat. Just you in the coffin. Just get out of here." So yeah, the people who did it, they were just kind of fed up with the stones, and I guess the whole principle of it, just wanted to get rid of it altogether. I'm gonna have to follow the story see if they fix it. All right. And the third card to come out is, of course, the impossible card, the month of Sundays in the week, when somebody has this impossible task. This card actually came out in the last reading. All right. So what I'm getting when I look at this is behind them there are two ships here, and the ships are going in different directions. So this is I of course we knew it was more than one person if we have a whole Skull and Bones group, that's being represented here. But the people who actually did it, they took off in separate directions. Of course, we're going to clarify that to try to see what direction they went off to. All right. And the fourth card that came out is the Five of Pentacles. Now, this card is interesting because the card itself has the energy of somebody making a bet or losing a bet, but also the number 5 in the background here. All right. Now, back to what I was saying. My internet, it's always, every time I try to do something, it's crazy, but I can watch the Tales from the Crypt marathon overnight and it'll never go off. But, all right, back to what I was saying about this card. All right, so this window is giving me like stained glass window vibes, like from a church or something like that. But also, the way this guy's head is being carried off and his body is in the background. The story of this card is the guy had made a bet with the devil, had bet the devil his head that he can do something, and then he didn't do it, so he lost his head literally. But of course, we're gonna clarify it. All right, and the last card up is the Five of Swords card. Now this card is I'm not gonna say it's interesting because of course all the cards are interesting, but it's being very precise. You see right here that, and the way he's like all apart right here, this is some sort of a prosthetic. So the person, prosthetics are very common now in 2022. So, all right, and I dropped it. Yeah, so prosthetics are very common now. So we're going to clarify that too. All right, so let's start the clarifying. Let's go back to the very first card, and that is the Skull and Bones card. And there were people that were saying that Spirit just reminded me that July the 6th is George Washington. Are you serious? It's George Bush's birthday was on July the 6th. And it was like maybe some kind of tribute to him. And I think he was in that Skull and Bones group as well. All right, so Spirit, again, we are at 1031 Guidestones Road in Elberton, Georgia, which is in the zip code of 30635. We are discussing what happened with the 4 granite slabs known as the Georgia Guidestones. You showed me a group here, one of them being a secret organization known as the Skull and Bones. Can you show me a little bit more about? We have a woman. I don't think women are in the Skull and Bones card club. the Empress. This was unexpected. I wasn't expecting to see a woman here. Let's ask who she is. All right. I mean, I'm not saying that women aren't capable of blowing things up, because, we all know women can do anything they want to do. All right, Spirit, you're showing me a woman in regards to the Georgia Guidestones incident that happened at 3:33 a.m. in a zip code of 30635. What does this woman have to do with what happened? That came out fast. All right, the 9 of Wands. All right, so the woman was some sort of a security guard or something, because this is a guy defending all of this territory. And it doesn't look like much is there. I don't suppose there's nothing out there but the Guidestones. I mean, it's located at 1031 Guidestones Road. So you have some sort of a female security guard? All right. So let's keep going. Or maybe she was like the person that responded to it or seen it. We're going to use the Hermetic Tarot just to dig a little bit more into this woman. All right, Spirit. We're still here at 1031 Guidestones Road. It's between 12 a.m. and 3:33 a.m. You show me a woman here that's some sort of a security group. What else can you tell me about her? Was she there, or was she a part of the planning of this vandalism? Tell me more about the woman there that was with the security. All right. What came out is the 6 of Wands. Yep, the 6 of Wands is about a group of people. But let's look a little closer at it. This is getting interesting. Maybe it was some sort of an inside job. No, the woman was definitely part of like somebody that's supposed to be watching it. This little thing in the middle, that's like a badge. That would be, on her shirt or on her jacket. It's like very prominent. The hands are holding it. All right, Spirit. So we have a woman that was involved with security. All right. Now let's go to the actual group of people that decided that they were just done with it. They wanted to wash their hands with the whole theory. They just wanted it away. All right. So, Spirit, now take me to the energy of the people who were actually trying to do real damage to the structure. Tell me more about them. I want to know about the people that wanted. All right. We are not wasting any time with this story. Sometimes it takes me too long to get to the stuff. All right. Well, they had some supplies on them. See his hand on the bag? I'm guessing that's the explosives. Let's see if these two cards coincide. The person with the prosthetic, which could be some sort of a army vet or something. So I'm feeling all three of these cards have the same energy on them. All right. And to clarify this group of people, we're going to use the spider deck. All right, Spirit, I'm still asking you about the events that happened between 12 a.m. and 3:33 a.m. on July the 6th of 2022, which was a Tuesday going into a Wednesday. And we're at 1031 Guidestones Road. You show me a group of men here, a group of people. who are there to destroy the monument. They don't want much to, all right. So they don't want much more to do with it. All right, so they planned this thing out. You see the need to plan, but in hindsight, they could, because they only toppled one of the four monoliths. So in hindsight, they probably think that they could have planned a little better, but they did plan it well in advance. And the good gossip is, I guess, in their little circle of people, they're being commended for what they did, of course. And as they were saying in the reports that after the explosion, they actually seen a car drive away. All right, now let's go to, I'm trying not to bunch them up too much. Let's go to the card that shows the people going in two different directions. And we're gonna continue to use the spider deck for that one. All right, Spirit. Now you showed me after the event happened, and the police were called a little after 4 a.m. So it's important to note too that the explosion happened exactly at 3:33 a.m. and the police were called a little bit after 4. So that was about a little 20-minute time gap to where they were able to scatter. So can you tell me more of? All right. I was about to ask him to tell me more about the direction. This is not too many. I would say I take the top and the bottom, but the woman is here again. Like I said, there was a 20-minute window. And then we have caution needed. These are all negative cards, by the way, except for the female is the only one with triangles at the top. All right, but what is left is the caution needed. So I guess it does need to be a little bit, because it's like, after they went in different directions, we have the caution needed and the hurtful gossip. So now, even though you're being commended, like everybody's like, oh, yeah, I did it, you got away with it. You have to be careful not to brag or talk about it too much. And then the last card that was left was the despot. So one of them is, being a little, I guess one of them will have to be the leader. All right, so we know, I guess you could say we know why they did it. They just wanted to be done and away with it. Now, the thing about this is it coincides with another event. So we're going to skip over and go to Cern. So I'm going to put all the cards back and start them over. But we're going to talk about Cern while I'm putting them away. So Cern is the one that I have a little bit more information on. It is located in Europe. It is actually located in a zip code, which is in France called a SEDEX of 01631, and it's on the Franco-Swiss border, and it's in Geneva, Switzerland. And CERN actually created the internet, so they can't be too bad. They're responsible for us communicating right now. They made the internet so that physicists could share their notes and work without leaving their busy physicist desk. And of course, they probably used it for like 2 or 3 decades before they shared it with the public. But still, they're a pretty powerful, interesting group. All right, so let's hop over now. Spirit, this is a bit of a journey, as they like to say. We have to go across the pond. So we're going to go to Geneva, the Franco-Swiss border, and we want to be there on July the 5th, which is also a Tuesday. And CERN is this big hydro collider where they are in there colliding particles and atoms together. And some people say they are responsible for the Mandela effect. they're smashing particles together. So there's no telling what they're capable of. They have found a few new particles. They found like dark matter and the God particle. Like I said, they invented the internet and that whole thing. So I wouldn't say they're harmless, but we're gonna ask a few questions about it. And honestly, I don't me and Spirit haven't said anything to me about switching over to another portal or dimension. I think a lot of it is psychological ops and a little bit of conspiracy theory in there. So we're gonna ask about what all their plans are. So like I said, Spirit, take us over there to Geneva. We want to be in the zip code or the CIDEX as it's known over there of 01. All right. So this one is too many. So we're gonna take the top and the bottom. And this one left. All right, so the CIDEX over at Cern is 01631. And they don't give out their address. Of course they won't. All right, so the first card to come out is Cern turning the machine back on after upgrades and maintenance is on. This is somebody that is really, really, really tired. You see the bags under his eyes? This might be one of the physicists or like their public relations person. Or it could be, the engineers in there that's actually making the upgrades, but they are wore out. I hope they're not too tired to make sure they're doing everything right. Because Cern doesn't seem like the type of place you should be working if you're tired. Alright. And there are a lot of urban legends on the internet about Cern. Alright, so the next card that came out in regards to them turning the machine back on is the Eight of Swords. And these are weapons in the background. What Spirit says, these aren't so much as weapons as they are programs or agendas that they have. Like an upcoming schedule. So these are their plans. As you can see, they have big plans and they have little plans. So they're going to be busy. So of course we're going to clarify and ask all about those plans. Uh-oh. Immediately, as soon as I look at it. Do you see what she's sitting on? This is like, it represents Pandora's box. And, we've all heard like I don't know if it's like Greek or Shakespeare, but we all have heard that, opening Pandora's box is not what you want to do. So we're going to clarify it. All right, and lastly is the Seven of Coins card. And in this deck, the Omega Land, that these little coins actually represent money. And in this case, these are investors or people that are interested or are backing the company or investing in what they're doing. And as you can see, he has a smile on his face. And we've seen their plans. They have a lot of plans. When you have this many plans, you need investors. Alright. So the last card that came out in regard to them turning it back on is the Ace of Coins. And this is a guy opening something up, and they're I know a few years ago they were doing this fracking thing, and a lot of people were concerned that it was like weakening the Earth's crust or something. It was gonna like make it into Swiss cheese, and oh no, the Earth is gonna implode. But this does appear to be somebody. It looks like somebody opening a can, but to me it looks like somebody like drilling a core or like drilling some type of hole somewhere. All right, so let's start to clarify with, first we'll clarify the plans. All of these plans they have, the big ones and the little ones. All right, Spirit, so we are there. We're in Geneva. We're on the border of Franco and Swiss. We're in the zip code of 01631. And this part of the video was suggested by a viewer named Samantha. All right. So I want to know, Spirit, can you tell me about these plans that they have here? The big ones and the little ones. And this goes for the machine and the other, I could say the other projects that they have, because I'm pretty sure they're not telling us everything they have going on. But can you tell me a little bit about the plans they have? Ooh, not in there. All right, let's look over here. And this one is the Tarot and Wonderland deck. All right, Spirit. So I'm still asking about the plans, and you can move away from the date of July the 5th of 2022 for Cern, and you can come to the present date, which is, what is the date? July the 7th. So this happened just 2 days ago. Yeah, so bring us to today of July the 7th. I want to know more about the plans. That came out pretty fast. And this is the Red Queen, by the way, who's pretty aggressive with the way that she handles business and affairs in the kingdom. But what I'm looking at here is all of the different shapes of these trees and stuff in the background. Like, I know that the camera's shaking. I know that this is done by a gardener, but I'm guessing, like, if you were to go to like another dimension or another time loop, the plants and the nature and the wildlife would look quite different from how it looks here. So they're showing me like some sort of a distortion of nature here. I want to ask about this. This is interesting. And to do that, we're going to use the Beauty of War deck. All right, Spirit, you're showing me some sort of mutation in nature here to where the plants is growing differently from they normally grow. What can you tell me about this experiment with nature? What are you showing me here? Oh, all right. These two flipped. Whoa. Well, that's not scary at all, Spirit. They show me the world, like the entire world. You see how this woman is in the middle? And it's like the ring thing. But this actually does look like some sort of a portal here. All right. And also we have the strength card that came out, but immediately they're just showing me the symbol on her shirt. This figure 8 thing is like continuous, a continuity. I can't say it like a continuous, not like a contingency, but I can't think of the right word. It might be contingency, to where it just continues smoothly. Like, you can't really, if you're going real fast, you can't see if you're on this side of the circle or if you're on that side of the circle. It's like a seamless loop. That's like a way of saying if it's seamless and it just goes so smoothly like that. Like, I don't think it's trying to say we wouldn't really notice it. All right. That was a little spooky, y'all. Let's go over to the, slide it this way. Let's go over to the Pandora's Box card. All right. And do that. They seem like they want to. We're gonna use the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. And I kind of do pick the decks and don't pick the decks. Like sometimes I choose it and sometimes they choose it for me. But they're being really specific right now. All right, Spirit. So I know that we're talking about Cern, which is located on the Franco-Swiss border, but actually located in Geneva in the CDEX of 01631. And you show me that Cern has big plans and little plans, and some of these plans are going to actually distort nature in a way. But you also have shown me Pandora's box right here. Tell me more about Pandora's box. Oh, I've seen it. Tell me more about Pandora's box. It's 3. That's not too many. All right. They all came out together. So I guess you can say I've seen this one first. All right. So the first card that came out is the Knight of Potions card. Oh my God. And immediately his face looks total, like it's just melted off. Why is his face melted? But also these 2 cards are potion cards, which is about liquid fluidity. But also this one card right here is this is an actual liquid here. I'm getting a feeling like it's something that people consume. I'm gonna ask about it. I hope it's not something that's sold in like Walmart or CVS that we like all buy and use all the time, because they are so sneaky with it. All right, so let's clarify. But you show me some sort of a liquid or a drink of some sort that's consumed. Tell me more about this and what does it have to do with the Pandora's box? Oh, 2. All right. Now this it's coinciding a little bit. I was thinking about doing a video on like the food shortage thing that people have been talking about, but that's what came out of it. Like this here with the empty bowl, this is like that famine or food shortage thing that people have been saying is coming our way. And this here in this potion, now that I look at it in that light as shortages, this could be oil in this little thing, and it's about out. The jar is almost empty, and there have been people saying that our oil reserves are really empty, and that's why it gases the way it is. But these 2 cards are shortages. Maybe they manipulate the nature or something in a way that causes like our supply of food and water to be distorted. Because this 10 of potions, like this isn't 10 different drinks. The 10 number is like a number of months or years. So it could be like 10 months or 10 years that the shortage is like that. All right, I'm going to ask about it. And I do that. Let's go into the Hermetic Tarot. All right, Spirit, you show me that after this Pandora's box is opened or manipulated in some way, that there will be shortages from between 10 months to 10 years. Can you tell me a little bit more about these shortages and what they will be on? I want to know about the shortages. Oh, all right. All right, so what came out is the Hangman. Now this here. It's like my eye keeps going back to the same thing. It's like not to be funny, but you see how like snatched his waist is right here? These two indentions. Like I was looking close to see like are those like his ribs showing? Or why is his waist so thin like that? Well, I guess if you have a food shortage between 10 months to 10 years, you will have a snatched waist. All right. So now let's go over to the tired person. I would really like to know what he has to do with Cern and why is he so tired? Like I said, it could have been like one of the guys, the maintenance people, or somebody that worked there and they're glad their job is done. But I just want to know the energy around him. Spirit, can you give me the energy around this tired man and what he has to do with Cern turning back on? Give me the energy of this tired man here. Is he happy? Is he sad? What's going on with him? Oh. All right. Ooh. Came out as the Wheel of Fortune, and that kind of looks a lot like the Cern thing. It goes in a circle. But it's also, like, when you put them together, like, he could be stressed the hell out because he knows what's going to happen when they turn this thing back on. All right, well, we're going to all find out together. Gonna leave it there. I am Cleopatra Wallace. If you found this video interesting, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because who knows what's going to happen next.